Coming up next on the Mind, Body, and Laughter podcast, we're going to discuss whether women false accuse and does it take away from actual times when the event does happen. So we'll get into that in a moment.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
I don't know if I want to talk about that.
I do, but okay. It's all over the place right now, but okay.
Because I think it's a very sensitive topic.
It is. That's why I wanted to talk about it. But I have stuff that got statements of text that she sent. So I mean, you know.
But what do you have to add about it?
From having it on the experience side of seeing this a lot, where sometimes it is true, but then there's a lot of times that it isn't, and there's people grabbing for money. And in this case, it looks very much like that. The text that she was sending, boy, she was sending some stuff.
Okay.
But you know, we can. You have something else?
Well, I always have lots of stuff to talk about.
All right. Well, we'll get on.
Are we filming now?
Oh, we've been recording, but I'll just chop all that out.
Well, I mean, that's your thought on that. I just don't want to get deep into the woods with that, because there are women that falsely accuse men of some type of sexual harassment just to get money. And because of that, then women are not taken seriously almost because of that.
Mention that. Yeah, I want to mention that because that takes away from the actual cases.
Right.
And
also women don't want to come forward because, you know, they may not be taken seriously, or they may not believe them. And I think, you know, I have sons and I have a daughter. So I'm on, you know, what do you tell your kids? I tell my daughter, you know, you report anything, don't feel uncomfortable, you can tell me anything. Then I tell my sons, don't put yourself in a situation where this could happen.
Absolutely. And it's crazy how Shannon would always say,
you're really not putting yourself in a situation. Right.
That's one of the things that Shannon was like what's so funny, that he's the one that got in the situation, because he was the one that I don't even get on the elevator with women. If they're by themselves, I won't get on the elevator. Now, if I see them, if I in a place, if I'm by themselves, I'm leaving. I'm taking myself out of the situation because I don't want anything to possibly happen. And then 2 weeks later, this comes up.
Yeah.
Right as he's about to sign this big deal.
And what's this big deal he's signing anyway?
$100 million media deal for the podcast that he's on and the podcast that he's producing, because he did the Bubba Dub show. He got a few other ones. So the deal was just coming through, and then this pops up.
Right. And so, not to get into the weeds, but people are saying that's also what happened to Bill Cosby. He was getting ready to purchase NBC.
Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, all this stuff come out with the 70s, 60s, and Quaaludes. And when, in all honesty, that's just the way they partied back then. Everybody had Quaaludes and drugs at parties. Any celebrity parties? Yes.
Wow, were you there at the celebrity parties? Partying?
I have not even gone to a celebrity party where they didn't have drugs and alcohol available.
What's a Quaalude?
I don't know exactly what it is. I've never seen an actual Quaalude, but I know it's a drug that kind of gets you tripped off and loose and can do whatever.
Right. So does that make that okay? Because there's drugs there that.
No. But I mean, that's what they were doing in that time. So if you can pretty much, if you're going to go back, you're going to go back and get anybody. Not just Bill Cosby. There was a lot of people at Bill Cosby's parties doing the same thing. So why single him out?
You?
Huh? Oh no, I wasn't. I was too young then. But by the time I got around to that kind of stuff, by the time I got around to it, I mean, you know, they wasn't doing Quaalude, but they was doing other stuff. It was
what
cocaine.
were they doing?
It was cocaine on the tables and drinks and
I've actually never been at a party where I've seen cocaine.
Yeah, man. I kept it moving. As soon as I saw that, I knew it was time for me to go.
Oh,
so I skipped this mosey right on about it. Yeah. I ain't played that game at all. At all. And it was something that was like house parties the vast majority of the time. You know, because obviously they couldn't do that kind of have that stuff at a club, whatever. But yeah, there was some stuff going on, and I was like, oh yeah, nah, I'm out of here. That's how stuff happens. And then people don't remember things, and you know, so it's kind of tripped out. But let me
what else is going on in the news? That was like a big thing, big breaking news today about
Shannon. Yeah, because now his lawyers are hitting back because she apparently had a video and she doctored it a bit to make it seem like some of the rough things that they were doing with rape, but so they asked for
but did they actually do anything? Did they actually do anything?
No, they've been having sex. I mean, she was like, I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you fucking.
So it's consensual. And now she's trying to change it.
It was consensual, but she said he raped her during this time. It was abusive. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I know you missed this big juicy ass, $25K for each cheek. You know, it was a bunch of text on here.
What's she look like?
I don't know. We got one of my friends checking into what she is, who she is, but apparently they probably, you know, when it's a case like that, they're not gonna release it.
Right.
Right. Or the names of who this person is, but yeah, it's a whole mess. And she like 20 years old.
No.
At the time when she was 20, like 40 something.
What is the attraction with men wanting these women that are 20 something years younger? I know you can speak to this.
No, listen. Listen.
Yeah.
Because it's not what y'all think it is. That's why. What do you think? What do you think it would be the attraction?
I have no idea, so I'm asking.
No, but I mean, but just think in a logical sense. What would be the attraction?
So when you a woman approached you in her 20s and you're in your 40s, what was the attraction?
And I'm single. No, I'm asking you because I'm trying to figure out. I know what it is. I'm gonna say what it is, but I just want to hear what.
Well, I'm assuming because she's young and you know she has a nice body and you think she can, you know.
That's pretty. Just end it right there.
That's it.
Yeah, she's attractive, had a nice body. It's something to have fun with. Unless you're somebody who's trying to have a kid, and I mean, you know, you just get a younger person to have a kid with. But typically, it's just somebody to have fun.
What you have in common with them when you have
vast majority of the time, 85-90% of the time. That's all. Yeah.
But you can't have fun with somebody your own age.
Yes, you can, but you have fun wherever.
I don't know.
You won't have that kind of fun with someone your age because someone your age is going to want more.
Someone my age is going to want more?
Yeah, you're going to want to date someone that you want to have somebody that has a relationship and you want to go into. This is not.
So you didn't want a relationship?
No, it's not. It's not going to be that.
Well, why couldn't it be? What happens if she wanted that?
And the off chance that she did, first thing you ask, what do we have in common? What do you plan to get out of this relationship? And typically, then the answer is not going to coincide with where you are at that time. Mm. It's a fun thing.
You can't have fun with a 55-year-old?
All right, if I say, let's have fun with 55, and then afterwards, all right, you're going about your business, I'm going about mine, and I might see you next month. Is that going to work?
That's what you did with me?
Lord have mercy. No, I did not.
You can, Lord have mercy, all you want to.
Okay, so I didn't speak to you for a month.
You're not.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Then you didn't speak with them for a month. You didn't say that. You would probably
you go for a month and you don't see him again for a month. I mean, you don't speak to him. It's nothing. What are you talking about?
Well, we weren't consistent. You wanted to have fun.
And that's what we did. We had fun. Now we went on about business. And if we in the same area again, maybe I might call you if I'm in.
And that's how you treated me also.
We spoke every day. Cut it out.
No, we did not.
We didn't speak on the phone.
No.
You are about, and you're doing it with a straight face. Boy, oh boy, I had to.
I mean, babe, I know you love me now, and you want to be with me 3 years ago. Herm Austin was like, "All right, I'll talk to you in a month.
No. Because if it was really like I'll talk to you in a month, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. Because that means I really didn't have interest in you. Don't do that. Don't fib to these
You had
people.
an interest in me, but it wasn't. You weren't trying to.
We did not. When after we slept together, it was no month in between.
We haven't slept together. What are you talking about?
Okay. In the and she doing that with a straight face too. Unbelievable.
Lady, you putting all my business out there?
What do you mean? We just slept in the same bed. You the one just went and ran with it. See, look at you. Just because we slept in the bed together don't mean we did anything. Yeah, there you go. Just throwing it all out there, messing it up. And yeah, so to go back to that, we didn't go a month without speaking after that. And we didn't go a month after when we start talking, period. I don't even know what you're talking about.
But you know what? I'm a
month,
let you believe what you want to believe. It was probably a week. Who are you looking at?
Do you understand how long, even if it was a week and a month sounds? 7 days compared to 30 days, woman. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. I'm gonna get a couple of good clips out of this one.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Do you miss me?
Of course. You miss me?
Yep.
It won't be too much longer. We kind of, in case you guys didn't notice, we kind of got accustomed to each other over this last couple of months.
How did they notice that? Exactly.
Because, well, you said it in one of the episodes that he's up here.
Wow. It hasn't been a couple.
I see that we're not.
Like,
this is the first time that they see we're in separate places in quite a while.
Oh yeah, and you're in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Chilling with the fam.
Yeah, did a little Easter down here. My nephew has a college visit tomorrow, so we'll see what that's all about.
I was just thinking, well, we finally have our first AAU tournament under our belt, and now my weekends are tied up until
June. Or is it, June? We got a break in June, right?
June is a break, but
right.
July.
This kicks back in July. Yeah.
It's back in July. Mm-hmm. But they're having a good. They didn't win, but they're playing well. They've had some tough competition, but
that's what you want.
Yeah, but it's funny. The schedule has already come out for the weekend, and he said, "Whew, thank goodness that the competition isn't that bad. I don't want to get beat like that no more."
Oh, yes, yeah. See,
but
that's I would want revenge.
We have to leave in a few to go to some training now.
Okay, yeah, because I would definitely want revenge. That would piss me off.
He gets angry. You should see him out there. Yeah. But there's 5 kids on a team, and he's only one person.
And that's where his laid back personality. That's where his laid back personality sometimes. I'm sorry.
A few of them have been playing together. Him, his brother, and the other one. They've only been playing. They're the ones that have been playing together forever. But there's others on the team that are new, or they're not. They have to gel. They're practicing together. It'll come together. But it was a tough loss. Yeah. But
that's why I was getting ready to say where that's where his laid back personality sometimes could, because it may help him. Because me,
well, he's laid back, but he's not laid back on the court.
Does he?
He's not laid back on the court.
Does he say things to his teammates?
I see him saying things. I saw him say something to somebody. I don't know what he's saying, but I see him out there. But he's tough. He's a tough player.
Okay.
And I'm proud of him. I'm proud of his brother. I'm excited about the season. My oldest boy comes home this weekend for a little bit. Unfortunately, not for anything good, but I get to see him. So we'll have some family time. And he'll go with us to New York to the tournament because he's always very supportive of his brothers.
Nice.
So, yeah. And I relaxed all day yesterday. When when I'm running around, when we're running around, it's important to get those times where you just, kind of do a reset. I try not to overbook myself. drove a lot the weekend, but yesterday I was able to come back and just chill, read a little bit.
And that, as far as that could play a lot as far as for this, we could use this as our wellness tip for this week. A reset is absolutely imperative, especially if you have a busy work schedule, busy week schedule, no matter what it is you're doing, you're running around, because you got to de-stress. You have to have your ways to de-stress and plan it. Don't just sometimes, because winging it can sometimes lead to something else. You may end up not getting that. So block out a couple of hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, or whatever the case may be.
Or a day like I had yesterday.
Okay, right. Just block out some time where I'm relaxing. I'm doing things that relaxes me, whether it's reading, whether it's getting massages, whether it's getting your feet done, whether it's getting whatever the case may be.
Right.
You have to take care, because as we've mentioned 1,000 times on this show, stress leads to a lot of diseases that people deal with every day. So
Right.
You have to de-stress and make it a conscious effort to de-stress. If you can get it more than once a week, even better, but at least once a week where you just have to just de-stress from everything that you had during the weekend.
And whatever that looks like for you, it's different for everybody. So you have to figure out what it is.
But I was about to mention one thing, that get a de-stressing without it going into a class, because some people do use that.
Well, no, you can't. You shouldn't overspend, overeat, overshop. There has to be a balance. I have been a huge advocate for people learning about how to de-stress, doing stress management courses, and just giving those tips, because you ask somebody, oh, how you doing? Oh, I'm stressed, I'm depressed, I'm upset. There's a lot going on nowadays, and I wake up, I'm not happy all the time, and I can't be happy all the time, but I'm not sad all the time. But I have to say that I'm more happy than not. Things are going well with work, my love life, the children are healthy, I have a roof over my head, and I just take those parts of my life and I'm just thankful for them. Could I have more money? Of course I could have more money. But right. I find joy in my job and my private life, and I don't have any complaints. I have a good relationship with my family, my friends. I can do whatever I want to do whenever I want to.
And to add on to that, I think it's extremely important and very appreciative that you are able to, we can still be ambitious, but still appreciate at the same time. We can still be happy where we are. We can be happy in our moment. We can be happy with the people around us, whatever the case may be, and still want more without it becoming a negative thing. And that's where you have to find the balance at, because you want to, how you want to say it, get better, increase, become more ambitious without it.
Right. So stress,
becoming a stress thing.
Stress will can motivate you. If you're looking to, buy something or whatever, then the stress may cause you, short-term stress is good. It'll motivate you to maybe perhaps look for another job, look for a different living situation. So short-term stress is good. It's the long-term stress that wreaks havoc on your body, and it can affect your whole body. And, I work in the healthcare system, you're a trainer, and, our goal is to be able to help people. And, you provide any type of insight to people, just to something that they can incorporate in their life, just to, relieve some of that stress, because that's what we're here to help people, right?
Yep,
that's why I love, talking to people. I'm excited about, finishing my degree in social work so that I can, really further my career in being able to support people in their journey. And, I'm grateful to have you in that journey, because we really are committed to helping people. And that's what's important.
And we do it in a multifaceted way, because even though I'll have the title of, at times, it's coach, trainer, but I incorporate so many things into it where I'm coaching your mental state. She's giving you Ayurvedic tips. I'm training your body, how to be able to best utilize your body.
I don't train on body either. I don't do that. I don't do the body.
Do you train people to do the body? Oh, no, I didn't. Maybe it was something I didn't know about. Hey, I'm learning something new today.
I'll leave that to you.
Oh, okay.
And fortunately, you have created a program for me where I don't have to work out for, the 40 minutes we do or whatever it is. You said, we could do something.
I gave her too short
in the afternoon or in the evening, which I'm so grateful for. So I'm very happy about that. But it looks like we are at I have to take the young one to his training.
Sounds good to me. So we would like to thank you all for joining in on another episode of the Mind, Body, and Laughter podcast with your hosts.
Are we doing a giveaway today? Tanya and Herm. If you can guess the year Herm and I graduated from high school, I have another wellness box to send out to you. We gave a wellness box out to Yolanda, which I will see in a few days because I'll be in that area. So I'll drop it off for her. We left a binder for, and somebody asked me for Tanya Stratford. So if you can guess the year that Tanya and Herm graduated high school, I'll send out another wellness box.
That's easy.
I'm giving things away.
Yeah, that's easy though. Everybody should be able to get that one. And also, guys, I want to hear your comments from the topic that we spoke on about today, just to kind of get a little conversation going in the community. So whether it's the health part, whether it's the Shannon Sharpe situation, give us a shout. And obviously we always responding as soon as we can in the message boards. And remember, go check out the whole episodes on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. And we will see you guys next week.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.